everyone. So for this video, I'll be doing my July book haul. Actually, all of these books I have here were all purchased in June. I just had like 3 book hauls in June, so I decided to wait for this month to do it because I am actually planning on going on a book buying ban, and I've already gone halfway through this month with no purchases. But since I still have the obsession, the need to want books, I've been entering a ton of giveaways, and one of them is a giveaway win. So I was pretty pleased to find that. I actually got that in the mail just today. The first book I have to show you is one that I've already shown you guys several times because I'm in the middle of reading it, and that is Ink by Amanda Sun. This is about a girl who moves to Japan after her mother dies, and she meets a boy there who is a kami, or a god. He has this ability to make his ink drawings come to life, and apparently it's dangerous and has something to do with the Yakuza. It's a book right now, so we'll see. The next 2 books I have here are the first 2 books in a trilogy, and they are Unearthly and Hallowed by Cynthia Hand. I actually own Unearthly in paperback, and I was pretty content to purchase the rest of the series in paperback since I already got this, and this one was a giveaway win, so it's not like I paid for this one. But when I went to go purchase the second book, see, these match. It's just as shiny as this one and just as beautiful and gorgeous and lovely as the hardback. But when I went to go purchase the paperback for this one, it's like a really dull blue, not shiny like this one at all, and just not as pretty, and they don't look good together. So I ended up repurchasing them off of Amazon for really, really cheap though, so not too upset about it. I think I paid $2.50 for each of these, so yeah. Then soon after my last book haul, where I showed you guys that I got the buy 2 get the 3rd free from Books A Million, I went back to Books A Million and yet again purchased more buy 2 get the 3rd free books. So the ones that I decided to get are, the first one is Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. Actually, the Books A Million had almost, I want to say, all of her books in that section, and I was almost gonna get 3 of her books because I still have yet to read one of them, but I don't know. The other 2 were calling to me, so I just decided to get one more until I actually read one of her books and decide whether I like her as an author. Then the second book I got in that group of 3 was Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, and this is the first book in the Hush Hush series. There's 4 books to this series, I believe. Not too sure how I feel about this. I don't know why, I just decided to pick it up. It's really, really popular with everybody. It just looks like it's going to be a really cheesy paranormal romance, which I'm up and down with those. Sometimes I really like them, and sometimes I don't. It depends on how the author goes about executing the story, so we'll see. And then the last one that I got in that grouping was I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak. And he is the author of Book Thief, which I have not read yet, but I've heard fantastic things about this book as well and decided that I would go ahead and pick it up. Plus, I was very, very drawn to the spine. Then I went ahead and purchased quite a few adult books. I figured I wanted to expand my adult fiction, so I went ahead and bought these. The first one being The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is really popular with a lot of booktubers. I want to say this is high fantasy, but I'm not too sure. I believe the second book is out, and I want to say there's a 3rd book that's either coming out, just came out, maybe? Totally guessing on that one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It is a really thick book, so we'll see when I get to that. Then I purchased Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. I've heard really good things about this, and I generally don't like movie covers, but I really, really like the cover for this for some reason. And I've actually read the first chapter of it, and it just seems sarcastically funny. The next book I picked up is Aleph the Unseen by G. Willow Wilson, and the reason I picked this up is because I saw it on, forget her name, on a certain booktuber's channel, and I'll put her name right here. And when I saw it, I was like, that's a really pretty cover, and I was initially intrigued by the cover. Also, the fact that it is a story set in the Middle East, with like the Arabians and stuff like that, and I don't have any stories with that type of plot, so I'm really intrigued, and Goodreads has pretty good ratings for this book, so we will have to see about that one. The last adult book I got is The Firebird by Susanna Kearsley, and I was again intrigued by the cover. See, the thing with the difference between adult fiction for me and YA fiction for me when I go to purchase it is YA fiction I'm very familiar with. I know what authors are good. I know what to look for when I go, and it's very easy to pick out a bunch of those that I want to purchase. But when I go to pick out adult fiction, it's really hard. I haven't read a whole lot of adult fiction, so it's hard for me to choose what authors are good, what authors I will enjoy. Basically, all of these I pulled off of the bestsellers table at Barnes & Noble. I want to say this is about a girl who has the ability to either see someone's future or see a history of something when she touches an object that belonged to them. So the storyline's pretty interesting. And then the last book I just received in the mail today. I won it from a giveaway off of Epic Reads, and that book is A Darkness Strange and Lovely, which is the sequel to Something Strange and Deadly. And this series is by Suzanne Denard. This book comes out 8/13, so sometime next month. I have yet to read the first book, but I went ahead and purchased it off of my iPad. It is $1.99 right now, so why not? And read it so that I can read the sequel. But yeah, I was super excited to receive this, and I cannot wait to get to it. Those were all the books that I've gotten for the month of July. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned or know any more information, because there's several of these that I'm not too familiar with, please leave comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys later.